The Acemagic Kron Mini K1 is a mini PC with AMD Ryzen 4300U. We'll be going over and taking it apart, so if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload a new video. Inside the box, you get the mini PC itself, a user manual, mounting hardware, an HDMI cable, and a power cable and adapter. This specific model is equipped with an AMD Ryzen 4300U processor, 16GB of LPDDR4 RAM, a 512GB SSD, Wi-Fi 5, and Bluetooth 4.2. It does also come pre-installed with Windows 11 Pro. Having a look at the front, we see a USB Type-C port, two USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 ports, a 3.5mm audio jack, and the power button. On either side of the mini PC, there are vents for exhausting the hot air from the heatsink. Looking at the back, there's an HDMI 2.0 port, a DisplayPort 1.4b, an Ethernet port, four USB 3.2 Gen 1x4 ports, the DC power jack, and another vent. On the bottom, there are mounting holes for VESA mounting and the fan air intake. Now let's go ahead and take it apart. We'll start off by flipping it over on its back. The four rubber stands need to be removed. There are now four Phillips screws which also need to be removed. The top housing can now be separated from the bottom, but be careful since the power jack cable is still connected to the main board. The two Phillips screws holding the metal plate down over the power jack need to be removed. The motherboard assembly can be lifted out of the housing, but be careful since the coaxial cables for the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi antenna, which are attached to the housing, are still connected to the main board. At this point, there's a single Phillips screw which is holding on the M.2 2280 SSD. Now this transparent plastic cover needs to be removed. The coaxial cables can be disconnected by just popping them off. On the inside top portion of the housing, there is a metal plate for transferring heat, and if you wanted to, you could apply some thermal pads. The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna are located here. There's a single Phillips screw which is holding on the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module. And to remove the RAM, the metal brackets on either side need to be pulled away, which will release it. There is also a thermal pad underneath the RAM to help transfer heat. Here's a better look at the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module, the SSD, and the RAM. So looking at the main board, we can see that there are two M.2 2280 SSD slots, of which you can install M.2 NVMe PCIe 3.0 SSDs, or M.2 SATA SSDs, totaling up to 4 TB. As for the RAM, you have dual slots, which can support up to 64 GB in total. This is the BIOS battery, and it connects to the motherboard with a cable here. You have your HDMI port, the display port, the Ethernet port, and your USB 3.2 Type A ports on the back, the power button, the audio jack, the two USB 3.2 Type A ports, and the USB-C port on the front. This connector here is for the power jack. Looking at the other side, we can see the fan assembly, which is held down with four Phillips screws, and the flex cable for the fan located here. Looking at the block underneath the fan assembly, we see thermal paste to help transfer heat from the processor, as well as a thick thermal pad located here. And here's a look at the heatsink around the fan. Once the fan assembly has been removed, we see the processor located underneath. Taking this mini PC apart for any type of repair is fairly easy, so if you need to replace the RAM or SSD or upgrade them, it shouldn't be difficult to do. The same goes for replacing the power jack if that were to go bad. This type of mini PC is great for general work, office use, school use, or for a home theater setup. You can also play games with this mini PC, but this wouldn't really handle heavy gaming. I'll place links in the description for anyone who's interested in picking one up, and I'll see you in the next one.